have to keep reminding ourselves that we're not these weak, sinful, undeserving, sickly creatures, that we are divine. Knowing that, knowing your divinity, having it evidenced to you through your direct experience, not necessarily your external circumstances, but internally, intuitively, knowing your divinity will tune you into those higher states. And when you're vibrating at those frequencies, the external world has no other option but to manifest in alignment with your divine self. So, in order to facilitate that, I put together a little list of a whole bunch of different things that I do, that you can do too, that will elevate your vibrational frequency. And you'll find that the more you do these kinds of things and through these activities enter into a state of gratitude and joy, that your frequency is just going to keep going up and up and up and up. And you'll be able to rapidly identify thought patterns and emotional tendencies and behaviors, as well as places and people that bring you down. And you always have a choice. You always have the choice to continue to do the things. We have free will. We can continue to do things that lower our vibrational frequency and deplete our energy. Hanging out with parasitic people, hanging out in parasitic places, doing work that brings us down. But we don't have to. Instead, it's actually best, not just for you, but for everyone that you love and for the world as a whole, for you to only do things that elevate your vibrational frequencies, or to use some somewhat lofty language, to grow your aura. It's literally elevating your vibrational frequency, growing your aura, literally the most important thing you can do, and possibly the only important thing that you can do. Because if you are in a low vibrational state, you can't fucking help anybody. You can only help people get as high as you are. I'm not talking about high, like, stimulated with psychoactives. I'm talking about high states of consciousness, closer to the heavens. Not heavy, lighter, right? That's what you are, is light. You're not physical stuff. Even physical matter is a percent of a percent of what everything actually is. When you look at atoms, the physical part of the thing is a very, very small fraction of the thing. The rest of it is pure vibratory energy. The only time that you feel like you are a physical person is when you are vibrating at a low frequency. And you're probably doing that because you've got thought patterns and emotional tendencies that are based on lies, which means that you're likely manifesting behaviors that are also based on lies. We're talking about like staying in a shitty relationship, or staying at a shitty job, living in a shitty place, hanging out with shitty people. All that stuff stems from believing in lies. one of the worst ones is that you deserve a shit life because you're a shitty person. And that's baloney. It's not true. You're a divine creature. You're a child of God. Okay? You deserve a divine life. But you have to remember your own divinity. You have to remember your divine nature. You have to remember that you are not some weak, sinful, sickly creature. That you are a child of God. And we can talk about that, and I can give you intellectual reasons why that's the case that may plant seeds in your subconscious. But I'm not really interested in doing that. It only really works to some degree and not in any kind of lasting, meaningful way, really. What really works is all of these things that I'm going to list off for you. First one is breathing. Consciously and intentionally breathing deeply for more than a couple seconds. I mean, a few breaths will make a difference. Even that will get you out of a funk. But a few minutes of conscious, intentional breathing. There's tons of videos on YouTube in regards to different sorts of breath work. But outside of, any kind of formal practice, literally just taking some deep breaths for a few minutes will radically change your experience. You will immediately elevate your vibrational frequency. So breathing. Sunlight. Literally divine cosmic energy raining down upon the earth. These days, as soon as I step out into the sunlight, as soon as some sunlight hits my face, I immediately feel better than I did. And when the sun is behind the clouds, when I'm not in the direct sunlight, I definitely miss it. We've talked a lot about gratitude. Gratitude, I feel, is in and of itself a mechanism for divine states of consciousness. That gratitude alone will elevate you into high vibrational frequencies. And I'm not talking about like intellectual gratitude, like I'm grateful for this and I'm grateful for this and this and this, and like rationalizing gratitude to yourself. Although listing off things that you're grateful for is not a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, you don't have to like convince yourself to be grateful. You can just be grateful, and you'll find yourself elevating into higher and higher vibrational frequencies, and experiencing more and more wonderful states of experience. Smiling. Always feels good to smile. Stretching. Exercise. Natural environments. Right? Clean air. Natural patterns. Trees. The ocean. Sand. Natural environments. We spend so much time. These days, honestly, I don't really want to be in cities at all. I just want to be in the forest or at the beach or on a mountain. Don't really like being in cities. I can immediately feel my vibe decrease when I am in an unnatural environment. Natural environments elevate your frequency immediately. And in alignment with that, the practice of earthing or grounding, so physical connection with the ground, not like a slab of pavement, but like dirt or sand. Clean water, drinking clean water, actually clean water, like spring water or water that's been thoroughly purified. through reverse osmosis, extensive. None of that fluoridated tap water. Fluoride's a neurotoxin, right? Clean water. Drinking clean water. Clean food. So basically raw vegan food. Fruit is best. We're going to talk about food. I know I've alluded to it many times, but we're gonna talk about food next episode maybe. But clean food, raw vegan food, fruit is best. Nothing better than being out in nature and taking some fresh fruit right off a bush or a tree and eating it right then and there. Just pure cosmic energy. Reading spiritual books like the Tao Te Ching, the Bhagavad Gita, Siddhartha, Ram Dass's books, just spiritual books. Tunes you into those states of consciousness. Those books are designed to tune you into divine states of consciousness and elevate your frequency. Singing, dancing, playing an instrument, music in general, high vibe music, right? Stuff that makes you feel happy or good or enter into like a state of devotion or gratitude, Angry, sad music, not so much. Slow vibe, brings your vibe down. But singing, dancing, playing an instrument, listening to high vibe music, drawing, writing, not riding, although, riding a bike or going on a drive, if that's your thing, cruising around on your rollerblades or scooter, skateboarding. But drawing, writing, basically like anything creative. Gardening, cleaning. I love to clean. Cleaning, organizing, doing work that needs to be done, right? Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Goal setting, planning. Not like psychotically planning, but just like designing your vision, figuring out like how you're going to get what you want, articulating what you want, setting goals, making a vision board, that kind of thing. Visiting new places, praying, not necessarily like begging for things or groveling or any of that, but praying, like entering into a state of devotional gratitude. I personally don't advocate personality worship, worshiping a deity. But if that helps you, by all means. I don't see it as harmful, really. Just could retard spiritual development to some degree. And we can talk extensively about that topic at a later time. But praying is of immense value. Even if you are asking for things instead of like begging for them, knowing that you are a child of God, if you are asking, then it's very helpful to recognize that if this is a righteous desire that you have, then ask and it is given. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. Praising other people, genuine, authentic praise for other people. Appreciating other people, telling other people that you love them and meaning it. Hugs. Hugs and kisses. Consensual hugs and kisses. Fasting. I swear, the less I eat food, the better I feel. All the time. These days, I wonder why I eat food For the pleasure of it seems to be the main thing. Like, just for the pleasure of it. I don't feel like I need to eat food to sustain myself, because in truth you don't. And you can get all your energy just from prana, from breathing clean air, face chugging, sunlight. Fasting's great. Fasting will elevate your vibrational frequency. And honestly, if you have trouble quieting your mind, I find fasting to be even more effective than meditation for quieting the mind. I mean, you stop eating for like a day, your mind gets real quiet. Meditation, it's another great way to elevate your frequency. Practicing hatha yoga. Devotional ceremonies. So, celebrating other people, and not just people, but like, beings or like archetypal figures that you idolize. Devotional ceremonies and rituals can elevate your frequency significantly. I find that showers help a lot. Showers, bathing, something about cleaning the body on the outside seems to facilitate internal cleaning as well. If I start to feel like out of balance, and I've been like laboring, I'm all sweaty, not that sweat is dirty, but if I've been like working in the dirt, and I feel a little bit off balance, bathing can elevate my frequency and put me back in balance pretty quickly. And then there's a couple other ways that you can raise your frequency. You can watch my show. You can buy my books. You can donate to me. These are all great ways to elevate your vibrational frequency. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't done those things much. I'm kidding, mostly. I do appreciate you coming by, watching the show. And if you have bought my books or donated to me, supported me in those ways, I appreciate you immensely. More than anything else, I appreciate you for being. I'm really, really jazzed that you exist, and I love you deeply. And I hope that you have a beautiful and marvelous rest of your day. I hope that the things that I have shared on my channel have been of value to you. And if I can help you in any way, I would love to. Never hesitate to reach out to me in the comments. There is a link in the description of this video to my LinkTree, and from there you can email me. I have recently been doing consultations where basically if you need help with anything and I can help, then I will. I think that about wraps it up. There's links to support me and to buy my books and email me in the description of the video. From my LinkTree, you can get to any of those things. And from my channel here on YouTube, you can check out other videos that I've put up. Thanks so much for coming by. Blessings be upon you.